Hey everyone, what you're about to listen to is a slice discussion from the podcast that my friend John and I do called Hi Mom. We discuss various things, but we'll usually have a main topic. This is the main topic for that episode. If you want to listen to the full episode, we are available on podcast hosting apps like Apple, Spotify, and many more. I'll leave links in the description so that you can pick and choose where you want to listen to us for the full episodes. Thank you, and enjoy. Gunbuster?
Gunbuster. Let's talk about it.
Alright, so John, what did you think about Gunbuster?
Okay, very first reaction on the very first episode, it pissed me off.
Why?
Like the first 5 minutes. Because I see these people in these mechs like doing push-ups and doing crunches and then working out, and I'm like, bitch, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Like, you think it's gonna grow metal over... It's not a living fucking thing. Why are you doing push-ups? Why are you doing crunches? Later, I find out it's because it just teaches them how to use it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
You're like, oh, this is just some schlocky mecha move.
Yeah, my very first reaction was like seeing them doing crunches. I'm like, that's not gonna work, honey. That's not how metal. That's not how metal do. That's not it.
Oh man, that's so funny.
So like the first 20 minutes of the first episode, I was angry. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah. It kind of like, I had a moment of pause when I seen that too, but I didn't think about it the way you did.
No.
But
it's just I made a really quick snap judgment. Yeah.
Yes. All right, but like apart from that, like what did you think of it overall?
Okay, overall, I think this story is really good.
Yeah.
I actually think it should have been a longer anime. It should have been 12 episodes.
Okay.
I feel like there could have been more things that they could have filled out.
Oh, for sure. I think that we could have got more moments, like, between episode 5 and episode 6. There's like the time gap, where there's definitely, they could have I don't know, maybe they could have shown us a little bit more about Noriko's dad. I don't know. Yeah. It's I really like it, but it's just, I mean, I know that there are bad things that were made in the 80s, but like I haven't really found those things yet. I kind of like everything that I've seen that's from the 80s so far. Yeah.
Maybe because the things that are still left from the 80s are the good things. Like everything else, they got swept under the rug.
Yeah, we've moved on. Nobody talks about them anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
It's become pariah. It's become taboo to talk about it. One thing that I didn't really like enjoy that much. It gave me sort of like do you remember the first time I told you that I watched Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Yeah. And
that I've never liked that anime.
Yeah, you told me. I know you.
It gave me some vibes when because it tried to get a little emotional, Well, and that kind of got to me.
Well, you never told me what it is that you don't like about Ava.
Who the fuck's Ava?
That's what they call Evangelion. Like, for short.
I'm like, who the fuck is Ava? I don't know. It's just like Shinji. Like, bro, you're getting to pilot a big ass robot. Like, they're pushing you to pilot a big ass robot. If you don't want to do it, don't fucking do it. But he feels so much pressure to do it, so he does it. So it's like, okay.
So the whole Shinji get in the suit meme, like,
he's just bitching about it the entire time. Like, bro, come on, like, you're defending humanity, get your shit together. If you don't do it, somebody else might do it, but like, they're telling you you're the best at it, so just fucking do it.
There really is a contrast between like Asuka, who's super down to do it, but anyways, we're talking. Okay, well, the funny thing is that Gainax, who made Ava, also made this Gunbuster.
Oh, there you fucking go. There you fucking go. No wonder. But yeah, like, I got those vibes, like, because Noriko kind of like had this emotional moments. It wasn't about like not wanting to pilot the
gun or the mobile suit.
The mobile suit, yeah, because the Gunbuster is like after the training. But it's like more that she's letting other things interfere with the piloting. And it's like, dude, they're putting... Humanity is putting their hopes on your dumbass. Right?
Right.
And you're over here having an existential crisis in front of all these fucking aliens. Like, get your shit together. Go to a fucking therapist.
I can just imagine like aliens just like kind of like we're trying to wipe you out, get your shit together so we can wipe you out properly.
No.
Yeah. Well, what's funny to me though is just the premise or the idea that like we're gonna start up a school of teenage girls, and these are the ones that we're gonna take out to space to save humanity. Like that's like it's I don't know, man. I don't think that it's trying to. I don't know. I mean, I don't know for certain, but like I kind of just roll with it, dude. Like teenage girls in mech suits. I think that was just kind of like, hey, let's do that.
Yeah. No, I mean I get it, but I just couldn't help but think of the obvious. Like for example, on the first strip, once they come back, it's been like what, 10 years or something like that.
Yeah. When they come back from their first trip, everybody from her high school, they've all basically grown up and moved on with life. Like her friend.
And so my first thought is like, okay, so did they make more Gunbusters?
Oh, like in that time? 10 years
yeah.
Yeah, you know what, man? And no, I mean, like, we don't see anybody else doing that because it's Noriko, Amano, and Jung, who ends up piloting it when Amano decides to stay there after the second mission that they go back into space, right? The one that's like for them to go up there and do their mission, 6 months pass.
They don't really show it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, Jung tells Amano, like, oh, here, you took the coach, bitch. Take the Gunbuster, too.
Yeah, get everything that I want, bitch. Yeah, dude, there's some real female drama in this show, right?
For real.
Like when... Go ahead.
I would like to say, though, Junk Fruit, not a Russian name. That sounds German as fuck. That kind of bugged me.
Yeah. I mean, is she like literally from Russia? Like maybe she's just from one of those Eastern Soviet states.
I mean, they said they said she was Soviet.
Which wasn't it kind of a trip? Like when I seen the Soviet in episode 2, like the Soviet mech, I'm like, oh, that's right, because the Soviet Union is still a thing during this time, like at the time of this creation. So they just assumed that the Soviets would be working with them, or that they would still be around in like 2021, I think.
Yeah, like what the fuck, Japan? I thought we were with the U.S. all day, every day.
Yeah, that was kind of a trip, but like, and I like the little fake out that they did though, right? That because she's Soviet, like there's immediately this heat between Amano and Jung, and she's trying to challenge her, and then later on she comes in and she's like, what's up guys? Let's hang out.
I just wanted to try out your freaking your skills. I wanted to see what you're made of.
Yeah, you want to come to my birthday party?
Oh, hey, by the way, titties.
Huh?
Boobies.
Yeah.
1980s boobies.
Yep.
I was not expecting them, but they're welcome.
I like them in my anime.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not enough of that. I mean, there was a little bit of fan service in it too, but no, I was thinking about that though, like how like this whole premise of like, these girls that are going into space to pilot, a super mobile suit, right? Like I started watching the original Mobile Suit Gundam, from the late 70s.
Yeah.
And like it was kind of funny though, where like is his name Amino too from the original Mobile Suit?
No idea, dude. I haven't watched them.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, he nobody wanted to let him do it. He kind of just signed up for it. Like they were under attack, and he he needed to protect himself, so he jumped into the suit and just started operating it, and he kind of just became the Gundam pilot. Yeah, but here, like, it's kind of interesting where you just have a school that's like fostering teenagers to go up into space, And
yeah, that part really made sense, because you wouldn't expect a machine to be like easily usable, especially a military one. Mm-hmm. Pilots today have to train so fucking long to operate the jet fighters.
Yeah,
it makes sense that they'd have to train a lot to operate a walking robot.
Yeah. Yeah. So might as well start them young. Is that kind of what you're saying?
No, it's more like might as well teach them. Like, actually teach them, like, because they don't really show in the older mech animes that I've seen.
Yeah.
They don't really show like them learning how to operate it. They just know right away. Okay. But here it's like, no, like the main character has trouble in the beginning. Mm-hmm. Yeah. She has to put in effort.
Well, I think like kind of that's her whole struggle through it all the way up until I think episode 5, right? Mm-hmm. Like even episode 4 is where she finally just has her moment of like, all right, I'm done. I'm done being a little baby. Like, I'm gonna jump into this into the Gunbuster and she like
and bust some guns.
Yeah, dude, I love that scene though from episode 4 where where like everybody's like, no, don't do it, and then she gets like the alien like the coach who just believes in her throughout everything. She's everybody's telling her like, no, come back, and then the coach is like, it's like, ignore the small fry, go for the big sheep. Yeah. And she takes the direct hit in the chest, and like it's like she's gonna have like a sacrificial moment and just survives it. I don't know, man. Like, and then like when the opening song plays, I'm just like, she fucking did it, yeah. I don't know, man. I like Noriko, despite her like hesitance to get her act together. Like I like the drama that was with like Smith, that she like made her first friend apart from Amino, who Amino was basically treating her like a child throughout the entire thing, and she didn't really win her trust until episode 4.
Yeah, well, I mean, because I'm pretty sure it's because she saw like the coach was favoring her a little bit.
Oh yeah, and she had
like, okay, I'll try to help her out, but I don't know, maybe there was like some hidden resentment there, because it's like, you didn't work as hard as I did.
Oh well, for sure, because you see her fumbling in episode 1, and you see how hard Amino works, and then this coach who just sees her latent potential, continuing to give her opportunity after opportunity, and her feeling like she hasn't really earned it. Like, mm-hmm. like the coach just sees this potential that nobody else can see, and then it's also, of course, she had the hots for the coach. What did you think about that?
I mean, makes sense, I guess.
I didn't really like it. Like, it makes sense that that she had the hots for the coach, but like, I never.
They're spending a lot of time together,
I guess, but like they never.
And she goes to a girls' school. She's not spending time with any boys.
No, and I get that, because Jung or whatever, she also had the hots for the coach too, but like, I don't know. I just felt like I felt like it was one of those like one-sided attractions. Mm-hmm. And like, so when they got married and stuff, and like, I was like, what? I didn't even know he really even liked her like that,
Yeah, it was a bit of a trip.
Yeah.
I did like rationalize the schoolgirl crush, but like the fact that they got married was kind of a surprise too.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit of a stretch. But it's like, all right, well, whatever, no big deal.
Yeah, but I mean, I get he died, so unfortunately, they didn't have that much time together.
I guess so.
I really like the whole underlying theme of the time dilation that they had to go through. Like they actually kind of paid some attention to science and like, okay, we're going really fast. Time's relative for us.
Yeah. That okay, like we're still currently in Earth time. As soon as they go into hyperspeed, like time is moving.
Yeah.
Like and then like they actually have some way to, I guess, keep track of how much time is passing back on Earth. Like this is something that we see early on in episode 2, but they really go hard on it after when they return from the first mission. I think it's like at the start of episode 5 is where we really see like the effect of like how much time has actually passed. Yeah. But in episode 2, like they had like their big mission there, and what was an hour for them was like a couple years already on the Earth, right?
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, how long was the mission? Like 6 months, something like that. They come back and it's 10 years already.
Yeah, okay, so it might have not been a year or so, but like I just remember though that they pointed
maybe
out
a couple months. Yeah,
it's been a few months, which is just kind of a trip to think, like just like the girl who was the best friend, she like gets married and has her kid and stuff, and like the second time they time jump forward, she's now a student at the school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The little girl, yeah.
Yeah, and like at the end of episode 5, when Amano finally gets back up to the to the spacecraft, and she sees Noriko, and she's like she's all old, she's all older now, and she's like reminiscing like crazy, and for Noriko, she's like, oh, it's only been a month.
6 months.
6 months?
6 months, yeah.
Oh.
It was 15 years on Earth, and then Noriko had only been on the ship 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Well, relatively speaking, yeah.
I thought it was less, actually. I thought it was like a month or so.
No, it was 6 months, and then that's when Amano comes back, and like she's older, obviously, and she sees Noriko, and she sees Young, and she's like, "Oh my god, I missed you guys so much." And then Noriko's over here like, "Damn, bitch, you're old."
She did have that look. She really had that look.
Yeah. Yeah, and then you get like the whole sadness and realization from Noriko that like, oh shit, I'm probably not gonna see my best friend's daughter, or I might not even see my best friend when I come back.
Yeah, and I mean, dude, we see her too, like towards the end, and
yeah, she's old.
Yeah, all right, I kind of want to talk about the ending, but I don't know if there's something else you want to say before that, and like anything you want to hone in on.
Let me think. No, not really. I mean, I think we got it down.
Okay, so the ending, they have that last final mission. It's the mission to end all missions, right? And the gun,
giant bomb.
Yeah, they had the giant bomb. They had to make sure they go in there to detonate it and stuff, and
with Jupiter in it.
Yeah. Okay. Did you understand that? I didn't understand that.
I think they made up the bomb, and then they took Jupiter and compressed it. Because what's her name? Amano said it's like, yeah, that's Jupiter. It's at 1/30,000th of its actual size because they compressed it.
Oh, okay. Which is,
but like they went in it and it was still gas, which makes no sense. I would think like once they compress it that much, it would be a solid.
Right. Yeah. I guess they were just kind of counting on it. Like, well, Jupiter is a gas planet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know, man. But yeah, so they don't make it out in time to get safely away from the explosion. but the Gunbuster survives, right? And eventually they make it back to Earth, like just kind of drifting through space, kind of like Bender did in that episode.
Yeah, but no, I don't think they were drifting through space. I'm pretty sure they got flung by the explosion, or they were actually traveling under the Gunbuster power.
Mm-hmm. Because
at relativistic speeds.
Yeah.
Because once they come back to Earth, it's like
they eject
12,000 years.
Yeah. Okay. So that was a trip, right? Like and like the Earth looks different too, but like 12,000 years.
Yeah, because if they had been just like, oh, they gotta wait, and they were just drifting through space, they would have been dead.
Yeah.
No, they had to be moving at a pretty decent speed for the time to be that slow for them.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you looked at the cockpit, it was like 7 hours.
Oh, they had only been traveling for 7 hours.
That's how long they had been traveling, yeah.
Oh, okay.
But then on Earth, it was like 12,000 years.
Okay. Yeah, I was kind of wondering about how they managed to survive, but if it was only 8 hours, I was like, okay, I guess, yeah, that works. Yeah. But
because you always got to remember, the faster you go, the slower time is.
That's true.
Yeah.
But
so I'm pretty sure they I like to think it was the explosion that propelled them.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, how did it propel them to Earth?
Yeah, well, that's kind of like, I don't know if it's a nitpick, because I don't necessarily mind it. I kind of like it that, things just kind of work out for these characters.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're not one of the main characters, things are gonna be just fine. Like, they have like moments of like the drama, and they think that things won't work out, but like it typically does, right? Like, like the big moment at the end of episode 4, which is one of my favorite moments. She literally took a hit to the chest, and she survives it. Like, I think like the Gunbuster was gonna have like an explosion or something. I don't, or it was a point blank shot at the main boss. And
the Gunbuster has like this things in its arm that like it opens up, and she just used it to, like, I don't know, stab into the main ship.
Mm-hmm.
That pierced the Gunbuster chest, and it just like electrified it or something.
Yeah. And then again, when they go up to space for the second time, and their moment, they're like, the big drama in that episode was that they weren't gonna get to see the coach anymore. That they were gonna leave the coach behind with unsaid things, knowing that he might not survive for another 6 months. And then, of course, at the end of the episode, he's still alive and hanging on.
Hanging on from all that sickness.
Yeah.
That radiation sickness.
Yeah, and like, I kind of love, though, like how like naive Noriko is, though, where like it's almost kind of laughable, because she's like, oh, look at the coach. Oh, look at Amano. No, excuse me. She's like, oh, look at the coach, Amano. Like, you should say hi. Tell him, like, oh man, when we come back from space, you two are totally gonna get married and stuff. And like, and Amano's just like, Noriko, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, and Noriko already knew the freaking coach. Remember, like, she found the coach. Like, he was having like a fit or something. He was like coughing up blood, and he's like, don't tell Amano, blah blah blah. And she's like, oh wait, Amano already knew. She has this realization in her head.
Yeah, so
she still does that. What a bitch.
Yeah, she's
like, just rubbing salt in the wound.
Which is like, what I thought. Which is what I thought that was. I thought that's what she was doing. And so when Amano finally tells her, like, it was like, no, idiot, he's sick. Like, he doesn't have 6 months, and then, like, Noriko's just, like, she's shocked. She's, like, suddenly she doesn't want to go up to space, and in that moment, the fucking thing ejects.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, like I said, though, like, this show just, it has, things are going to be okay. Like, they have the, like, I don't know, I guess, like, a valid criticism would be that the drama is a little bit shallow in that aspect, but I don't know, I don't really care. Like,
no.
Gunbuster's fun enough for me.
You're more in it for the action scenes, for the overall story.
I guess. Like, I'm willing to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would be the way to go into this anime.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you can't expect it to have like ridiculously tragic. Yeah, it has tragic moments, but they're not gonna break your heart. And then the drama is like very middle school, very high school.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, man. Like you said at the beginning of this conversation, they were doing sit-ups and push-ups in the mechs. Like, I mean, there's a reason for it, but it's like, yeah, man, temper your expectations.
Yeah, it upset me, to say the least.
All right, would you watch this one? Would you recommend it? I mean, would you watch it again?
I'd recommend it. I don't know if I'd watch it again.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
To be honest, I rewatched like 1 or 2 episodes because I had some questions.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
were your questions addressed?
Yeah, mainly the whole. Well, no, I wasn't like asking questions of the show. It was more like I remembered that I had asked some questions, so I had to go back to rethink them because I forgot what they were.
Okay, I see. All good, dude. All good. Yeah, but that was Gunbuster.
Gunbuster.